Is that better now?
Good evening and welcome to Success in the City. My name's Helen Webster. I'm with the lovely...
Standing here for the lovely Sandra Scott, Des Flanagan. And our honoured guest this week is...
Thank you so much. I'm Andy Russell.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Well done, Hans.
Thank you. And massive thank you to Anthony for coming on. He's super busy at the moment and we'll find out why in a minute. And he has given his time. So massive thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honour to be here. It's an honour to be here.
What we say, and is that we are a platform to greatness, but you're already great. So you'll be a platform to something else.
Thank you so much. You're great as well, man. Thank you.
So
I've been meaning to come on here.
I know.
I've been meaning to come on here, haven't I? Yeah.
Yeah. For ages, you're so busy. You're so busy doing all boss stuff. So shout out to the kids, any young people who've done amazing things this week. I'm going to give a massive shout out to Hannah Walker, who was 5 years old. And it was her birthday yesterday. But we went out on Saturday night to celebrate her 5th birthday, which was gorgeous. And it was hilarious. So for her present, I bought her a pair of trainees, right? So
amazing.
Give her the pair of trainees. She opened them and she went, "That's not a present." She was absolutely fuming. And then I thought, oh yeah,
wow.
When you're 5, it's not a present, is it? A pair of shoes? You want like a doll or some toys and stuff. So I said, I'll take them back and swap them for something else. She went, "You won't. I'm wearing them tomorrow."
Too late.
She was too gorgeous. She messaged me yesterday and I had a little chat with her, and she's made up because they make her run dead fast now. So
it's great. Kids are dead honest.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. Any young people, children that you want to shout out to, Des?
No, I haven't been out any this week, Helen.
No.
Quite a few adults, but no kids this week. So but I've got a few adults for later. So
brilliant.
That are good.
And have you got any young people you want to shout out to?
Yeah, can I shout out to my daughter, Nola Newton? She's being moved up in a dance. She's doing really well. We were having to buy her the proper uniform and that now. She's doing amazing. And another young one is Austin McNee, who's my partner's youngest son. He's doing really well at school and he's making us really proud. Both of them are making us really, really proud.
Good stuff.
Brilliant.
Well then.
Well, they're the future, auntie. Yeah. Helen, who you mentioned, and the kids, they're the future, auntie, of our city and our country.
Yeah, and we're dead lucky because we've got amazing young people doing phenomenal things. So we always do a little shout out to them first because then they go to bed.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, he can take... Austin, come here. Just so in seconds. Here he is. He's doing really well.
Austin, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Well done, Austin. Well done, Carry on doing all your amazing work, okay?
Okay.
Keep smashing it. Well done. Well done, buddy.
Well done. We love you. Well done, mate.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
So success this week for you personally, something amazing that's happened this week. Des, do you want to go first?
Yeah. It was just something I was involved in. It was on Sunday actually at the Queen of Martyrs Club in Croxton. It was the big afternoon out, and it was in conjunction, with Cobalthausen.
Yeah.
And they put an afternoon on for the community.
Brilliant.
So we put together the Stars in Your Eyes show. Liam Moore did. So we had Paul McCoy doing as Gilbert O'Sullivan, Liam doing as Phil Collins, and we had Joanne Lee Evans doing a tribute to the Divas. And I compared the show. And it was a great afternoon. Everyone got fed as well. So it was, and there was some soups left over, and they went to the hostel in Green Lane. Brilliant. And to Old Allstein, Brian Phillips.
Is it Mr. Old
Allstein? So it was a really, really good food for the soul,
Yeah.
It was a great afternoon. Everyone went home happy. So it was good.
Oh, brilliant. I love that. And the weather was a bit rubbish on Sunday, wasn't it? So it's lovely that people all come out and they all come together.
I mean, some of them haven't been out since COVID, since the lockdown, haven't So it was great,
Wow.
you know. Yeah,
Wow.
lovely to see. And family's
Oh.
out as well, which is nice, you know. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
The power of community and the power of being together is amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely.
And do you want to get what's a success this week for you? Can be anything.
I've got one of the biggest songs I've ever done in my life that's coming out Monday. I know it's next week, isn't it? But I've been promoting it. What else? Yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm just, you know, this is my second single of my new album, but it's getting released on Monday.
Brilliant.
So can we get a little exclusive on that later, Ant? Yeah.
What it is?
Well,
we've just tried to have a little go before we came on here. So Anthony played it through his phone, but the sound quality is not good enough.
Okay, fair enough.
So what we're going to do is we're going to share one of Anthony's songs, and on his YouTube video and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
Then after Monday, once it's all been released, because people need to hear it because it's such a good song. They need to hear it rather than hearing it sort of through something, so it doesn't give it the best quality. So we're going to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So my success this week is Sandra and I started the Zoe program. Some people might have heard of it. So you basically do loads of tests on your body.
Wow.
Loads of tests on your body. So you eat particular foods and you take blood samples, and it shows what condition that your body's in. About inflammation in your body, your blood sugars. Anyway, you get this box with all these things in it, and then you'd have to do them at particular times. So for anyone who knows Sandra and I, these things could be quite tricky for us, but we absolutely smashed it. We did it we've got little blood sugar monitors in and everything. So yeah, so we were able to successfully do that. So
how long do you have to do it for?
We've got the blood sugar monitors in for 14 days, and that tells you how different foods react in your body. So,
wow,
it's amazing. So I'm a bit of a science geek when it comes to food and things. But I could eat a banana, you could eat a banana, and Anthony could eat a banana, and it will work differently in all of our bodies because of how our microbiome is, which is your gut health.
Yeah. Everyone's different.
Everyone's different, but we say, oh no, that's good for you, but it might not be. So one girl I know who's done it, white rice and grapes are horrendous for her, but pasta and everything else is good. So yeah.
And where did you get the boxes from, Helen?
You have to order it from Zoe. So Zoe is Professor Tim Spector, who I've been reading and listening to his stuff for about 6 or 7 years.
Right.
Yeah. So he's
can anyone get them?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You can look at the results, Des, and then so me and Sandra are going to be dead skinny by Christmas. Watch that fence and that as we're walking past it. Now you see me, now you don't, like that.
No, I've never heard of it, Helen. It sounds dead interesting.
It's really interesting, yeah. Because it's pure science. It's based on pure science. It's not or something. So yeah.
Good.
So there you go. Yeah. So anyway, that's our successes, that we're still alive and we've done that. Yeah. So we're going to play this or that with Anthony. Are you going first, Des, or am I?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
This or that.
You turn up to be an extra in a film, and you have a choice of these two movies. You can either be an extra in The Wizard of Oz or in Oliver.
Oh.
Anthony, go on, I'll ask you first.
The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
The Wizard of Oz for me, it's one of my favourite films.
And me.
Judy Garland,
one of my favourite films of all time.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland, yeah.
Says enough.
It's got my favourite song of all time in it too, Over the Rainbow.
Oh, I thought you were going to say We Are the Lollipop.
Mate. Don't get me wrong.
It's that version as well.
Oliver's a brilliant film as well, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I remember watching The Wizard of Oz as a kid, and when it goes from black and white into colour, I thought it was the best thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it was at that time, up until that point.
Belter.
I couldn't, my brain couldn't figure out what was going on, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we've got a few
Fabulous.
people listening in. So Archie's listening in, and we want to say hey to Kate's mum, but I want to say hey to Arch because he's put hey hell, and he's put well done, Anthony. It made up for you, so that's gorgeous. And then about the artists listening in, they say hi, and Alicia Penrose, she says hi, Aunt.
Hello, Alicia. She's a moderator on my TikTok, and she's been doing amazing works. She's doing boxing as well. She's a young kid. She's 18 soon as well. So God bless her. God bless you, Archie, as well. God bless you, Archie. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah, Archie will be made up. Okay, mine's not as sophisticated as Des's. Okay. You're having a jacket potato. What will you have on it? Tuna mayo or cheese and beans? Des.
Oh.
Wow.
I'd have both, but if you put a gun to me, I'd have cheese and beans. Sandra will be revolted with that answer.
I know.
But cheese and beans for me. Yeah.
Cheese and beans. What about you, Ant?
You know what? Did you say tuna mayo?
Yeah.
I like tuna, but I don't like mayo. Now, Des knows I'm a very fussy eater, man. And I will speak about a show that we done, and there was a situation, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I like tuna, but I don't like mayo. I like cheese, but I don't like beans. I'm so sorry. What if I
So
say?
you can have tuna or cheese.
All right, I'd love tuna, man.
Tuna.
It's power food, isn't it?
Yeah. Tuna mayo for me. Tuna mayo for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Go on, Des, you're going.
Hey, but cheesy chips is boss, isn't it?
Cheesy chips are amazing.
Which one of these would you like to receive? Would you like to receive a knighthood or a damehood in your case, Helen? Or the freedom of the city, of your own city? What would you rather have? I'll ask you first, Hal. Go ahead.
Freedom of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freedom of the city, I think, is more important because it's about your city. And well, it'd be quite cool to get a damehood or a knighthood, I suppose, because you'd have had to do something really cool to get one, haven't you?
You know what, Belter?
Most of the time you do, Des. For the local community people.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Freedom of the city all the way.
Someone famous said it's not a good club to be in.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with him, so I've got to be honest. Yeah. So it would be freedom of the city for me. Well, what about you, Ant?
Yeah, freedom of the city. I don't want no knighthood or nothing. All for the city, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freedom of the city, innit? Liverpool City, man. God bless, innit? We're just amazing. Amazing.
We are. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Anthony, would you rather sing live or in a recording studio?
I love singing live. I love making music and listening to how it sounds. I'm like, wow, isn't that sick? Oh, wow, that saxophone was a belter. Wow, I love hitting them notes, but singing live and maintaining with the crowd and interacting with the audience and stuff. And I love it. The feeling. Not that everyone's loving what you're doing, but just the connection and having a good time. Yeah, that's why we do it, man. But on the Dockers Club, Des. On the Dockers Club, Des, remember us?
Yeah.
With Mickey Moon, 2012, 12 years ago. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. What about you, Des?
Yeah, I'd rather do a live show. It's edgy and it's in the moment and it's good, isn't it? You know, it's the adrenaline's flowing. And it's in the studio. You can be there all day and just do one song, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you know.
Boss.
Although you wouldn't, the price they charge by the hour. But
I know. Wow.
Yeah.
So for
what
me,
about you, Helen?
Well, I'd love to, as you know, Sandra and I, we're both the same. We're both rubbish at singing. Okay, we can't sing. So I think it'd be great to do one in a recording studio where they can change your voice.
Yeah.
And they can make you sound okay.
Yeah.
But I always admire people who get up on the stage, and I think it must be one of the most amazing feelings when you sing a song and the crowd either sing along with you, or at the end of the song, you know, like they chant your name, or they chant your name before you come out. Must just be like a euphoric feeling. I think it must. I don't know. I'd love to be able to sing in front of lots of people. I think that would be unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've got a few more. So Kate, her dream would be to make a song in a studio, and Kate's got an amazing voice. She's got an absolute belter of a voice, but just I don't think has the confidence to be able to go and do it. But I think she'd be amazing. So that would be great. And about the arts, say Ant is amazing live. We love your new single promo on your socials, and we're going to share all of Anthony's socials, so people can have a little listen and a look at what he's up to. Yeah. Go on, Des. Your last
one. Thank you, and thank you so much, Helen. Thank you, Des. About the arts, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had two left here. We already done one on food, so I'll do my other one. What would you rather do? Would you rather conduct an orchestra, let's say at the Albert Hall, or would you like to get up and give a good TED talk?
Oh, Des. Who you asking first?
I was thinking of the answer myself. Go on, I'll ask you first, Alan. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's really, really tricky. So for people who don't know what a TED talk is, somebody gets up and they give a, I don't know, 15, 20-minute talk on something they're really knowledgeable about. And it's to sort of promote it. It's a bit like to promote it and to explain, isn't it, what about something?
It is, but the audience is knowledgeable as well, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
So it needs to be good and spot on.
It needs to be right, doesn't it? You can't go on and wing it and blag it and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to do a TED talk.
Yeah.
But I'd love to conduct an orchestra at the. I've never been to the Royal Albert Hall, and I think it looks phenomenal.
No, I know.
Wow.
So tricky that. So I think a TED talk for me.
Yeah. Oh. What about you, Hans?
It's a good question, isn't it? Conducting an orchestra, though. Wow. Didn't Barry White used to do that? He could do it, couldn't he?
I don't know.
You see him on some of the songs where he's conducting an orchestra. I'd love to do that, mate. Conduct an orchestra, man. Yeah.
Good.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Like Mozart type of stuff and stuff like that.
It is. It must be.
Wow.
I mean, that it's something about adrenaline before. That must be some kick, that.
At the Royal Albert Hall, did you say?
Yeah.
Or the London?
But any of the Philharmonic halls, you know, it must be great. Must be great. But
conducting would be great.
I think I'm with you, Helen. I'd like to give a good TED talk. Yeah.
Angela Preston's done a TED. So our guest who was that on last
Angela's
week?
Done
Angela Preston. She's done a TED talk, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think in fairness, I'd like to do both.
I know, 100%. We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one. Des, would you rather play tennis or foot tennis? So foot tennis is the same, but you play it with a football and you kick it over the net to each other.
Oh.
So foot tennis or tennis with like a bat and ball.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd like to have a game of that foot tennis. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but it sounds interesting and fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, foot tennis. What about you, Anne?
Foot tennis sounds brilliant. I love playing tennis, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather choose?
I'd have a go with foot tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been playing foot tennis every day for the past few weeks.
I've
been playing with the kids, but I can only kick with my left foot. Right, my right foot just will not work. And so it can bounce once, and you have to hit it backwards and forwards over the net. So I then played tennis with them, and tennis is my sport. So they were blown away, the kids. by like, they were like, oh my God, you're like really good at that. And I was like, I know. I said, and I'm so now they're like, can we play foot tennis again? Because I keep on beating them at tennis.
Hey, have you seen another one with the golf? It's
golf.
You kick the ball around the golf course.
Yeah, they've got one in Aintree.
Wow. Yeah.
Race course. In the middle of Aintree race course, they've got I've played foot golf.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a really good laugh. Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's good. Good laugh. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go then. That's all this or that. I'm going to let Des introduce Anthony because Des has known Anthony for a long time. And he's going to introduce him and tell us all about him. And then we're going to hand it over to Ant.
Thank you so much.
When I first met Anthony in 2012, we were in a play together called Wildflowers. So obviously, when the cast was getting assembled, that's where I met him. He'd already been on Stars in Your Eyes at that time. And then he was going to go on for the second time after we'd done this play. So I've known him since then, really. And we've been in quite a few plays together since then. And we've just kept in touch ever since. And he's a good lad, aren't you, mate?
Thank you so much, Des. You are, mate. You're like, honestly, we're like family. You've guided me so much, mate, on through the years to become a better person. And since I've known you, when we were... we done an audition for Wildflowers, obviously, and we just started rehearsing, didn't we?
Yeah.
And through the years, mate, it's just been magic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been
great.
The best, honestly, our friendship and, you know, all the times we've been together and done shows for different plays. It's been magic, mate. It's been a revelation, lad, and it's been
good.
Been something special. Good. And, you know, we have great times.
Anyway, but obviously you've moved on a bit now. You were in the final of the X Factor. That finished, and then you decided to embark on this solo career now. Yeah. Tell us how you made your mind up about that.
Well, I'd always been a solo artist. Even at Wildflowers, you know, on the lower levels, I was bringing out music videos, you know, like Photo on the Wall, Hypnotize on YouTube. Yeah. You know, they're my singles that come out. And then, you know, after I'd done the show, I was a singer anyway. I looked at it as, wow, I've just had massive exposure. People know who I am now. I can just smash on now and carry on writing my own stuff that I was doing anyway and start bringing out my own material as an artist. So becoming an independent artist, it was a lot harder than what I thought it would be. And you know, it's starting from the bottom again. You know, no labels, no management. I've had management here and there, and come out of management clauses and just cracked on. And it's been a big learning curve. You know, all the while staying sober, getting sober one thing, and then staying sober. And just keeping that momentum of wanting to get the recognition, the good recognition of being a good artist, a good songwriter, a good singer, an all-rounder, really. And I've just been cracking on. Just, you know, it's been a brilliant journey. The grind, going back to work, paying for the recording space, getting my own band together. You know, it's all been a big learning curve, and it's been well worth it. You know, I brung a first album that come out, my debut album, it come out last year, the 10th of February. We done a big show. We nearly sold the Camp and Furnace out. When I come off X Factor, I brung a first single out called "We All Need Somebody," and that was going great. It streamed well. It's got like 100,000 hits on YouTube. And then I brung Better Things. That was the second single. Better Things come out. It was like an acoustic song. And that hit like 156,000 views on YouTube. Wow. And then I come out of a management who I was with then. Obviously, business terms, there was money that I owed. So I went back to work and I paid that off. And then while I was paying that off, thank you so much. While I was paying that off, I was in the studio with Chris Griffiths and Tony Griffiths from The Real People. You might have heard of them. The legendary band from Liverpool. I stepped to them with 9 demos, and then we writ another 3, co-written another 3.
And it was them Real People, didn't they write some stuff for Oasis?
Yeah, they're massive, mate. They're massive. They're doing a tour now. They've got a big show in the O2, the big room in the O2, barely sold out.
Wow.
They brought Oasis on the scene in Liverpool, Bootle. And they all used to go to Shakespeare on Stanley Road, and they went to record in the Real People studio, what was off just off Derby Road and Dock Road, and they must have done about 8 to 10 demos. Now, you know, hey, I'm a rock and roll star. That tune, that tune. They written that. They written Rock and Share. They written Columbia. It's monumental what they've done for Oasis, and it's mad that they actually, like, the way they sing, The Real People, they had that first twang. The way, like, Liam Gallagher, you know, I want to live forever, you know, hey, I'm a rock and roll star, you know, that twang, that comes from The Real People. That actually comes from The Real People, you know, that sound what Oasis do. It's if you listen to The Real People, they done it first, and that's their trademark, but they done a lot for Oasis, man. Oasis are legendary, don't get me wrong. The Real People, man.
Have you always been into music? And when you were younger, how did you get into thinking, well, okay, this is going to be something? Because there'll be lots of young people listening who are maybe good singers, or maybe, you know, how did you get into writing? Because that's a really tricky thing, isn't it, to be able to write songs and music and put it all together?
Yeah, I started singing when I was in reception, and I done my first gig, only singing a cappella. I done 2 Oasis songs, it was, as well. But my mum used to like to have a drink and have a party, and she used to put LPs on as a kid. She used to put Nat King Cole on, Doris Day, Barbara Streisand, Simon and Garfunkel, the Mamas and Papas, Frank Sinatra, all that type of stuff. And the Bee Gees. And I was a kid then, and instead of going against it, I just listened to it. I was like, wow, music's boss, innit? And then I used to go to a friend of mine's, and his older brother used to put all Dire Straits on, Oasis, Manic Street Preachers, The Real People, Stone Roses, Coldplay. But in the 90s, 96, before I heard Coldplay and all that came later on. When I was listening to, like, David Bowie, my dad had put on Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Echo and the Bunnymen, like legendary Liverpool bands, even The Real Thing, stuff like that. And you know, I just fell in love with it. And it was the Euro 96, and we were in school and we were doing the World Cup, and obviously the Lightning Seeds had football coming home on. Now, I loved this tune. When I heard it, I loved it and I learned it. And it weren't no coincidence or nothing. So the school, we were all sitting in the hall, and they put it on, and everyone started singing, football's coming home. And then when it got into the verse, I just carried on singing along to it. And everyone was looking behind at me, and I just cracked on singing it. You know, we've heard it all before, you know, all like the verse. And then the teachers come up to me and said, look, for the final of our World Cup, do you want to get on the stage and sing it? And I was like, yes, sound. So, like, all the mums and dads were there for the final, and like, I was singing on the stage, but it was outside. And I can remember getting, like, Haribo sweets for it, and, like, you know, little prizes. And it was boss. We had little medals, and there was awards, and the best team with the medals. It was boss, man. But stuff like that's how I got into singing proper. That's how I built my confidence. I was singing Oasis. There's a pub called The Banjo just off our street in Kirkdale, The Banjo, and it's all on cobblestones, and it's shut down now, man, but it was legendary. And the lads all used to get a samba goal, and this is 96, 97. And we all used to play knockouts on there, about 30 of us. And the banjo in the summer holidays used to have like a boss, you know, racing night, like in the day as well. And it'd have all games for the kids. And I was singing Oasis, just genuinely. And they got me in. He said, "Yeah, you're a brilliant kid. You get in and sing." So I sang 2 songs a cappella. It weren't no karaoke, nothing.
Yeah.
And I sang it to all the men and all the families in there. And I was 6 years of age. And that was one of my first ever gigs. I've done 2 a cappella songs. I done Don't Look Back in Anger and Wonderwall. And all the older lads, you know, I must have came out of there with like 80 quid because they passed the jar out. You know, all the fellas were like, "Yo," all the dockers were like, "He's a brilliant kid, him. Go on, lad. You better carry on singing, lad. That's what you want to do in life." And all that. And I was like, this is what I want to do in life. And, you know, the older I got in school, I started going for like Search for a Star. Have you ever heard of that? It was like a talent show,
wasn't it? Yeah.
That was a show, and I won that a cappella without music. I showed up in a suit. Yeah, I showed up in a suit. I didn't have no music, and everyone else was singing like Will Young, you know, Make It Evergreen and all this. You know what I mean? And then I got up and I sang Beyond the Sea, what I sang on X Factor, and I won the show. I got a trophy. It was magic, man. And even from then, you know, I was playing footy in the school and that, and in the athletic, but I wanted to do singing, man. Yeah. So growing up, you know, I grew up hanging around on the streets. As you know, Des, I was singing on street corners, and I used to love the Rocky film, you know, where they play the fire. There are 2 kinds of love that you ought to know. 2 kinds of love. And I used to sing all that. I used to sing, "Take Me Back, do-do-do-do, take me back, do-do-do-do. I've been told by people and they are, they better take me back, do-do-do-do, take me back like a fool." All that stuff, you know, all the doo-wop. And like the Rocky film, I used to sing that on the streets, like with all my mates, and we chilling, playing shooties, and that's what I used to do. And then getting older, I'd always do covers. You know, I was in a band in Savio High School, and we done Battle of the Bands in 2004, and we brought our own song out, How Long Is Love, and we actually won Battle of the Bands. I was only 14, 15, and we had to go over to it was in a big stage, in a big location, big venue over in the Wirral, and we got to record our song and that. Wow. And all the bands, Battle of the Bands, we all recorded our own song and that. And we all had a competition, Battle of the Bands, obviously, and we won it. And we had a song, I think, do you know LimeWire? Do you remember LimeWire, where you could download your songs off LimeWire back in the early 2000s?
Des, we've lost Des on this bit.
No,
so before streaming was a thing, Des, you could like play and then you could download particular songs.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because we won Battle of the Bands, we had our song on MSN. I remember MSN, where you got your webcam and all that. We got put it on MSN. How Long Is Love? It was an anthem, man. I can sing it for you, just the chorus, but it was just, we got put on LimeWire and MSN, and it was just boss, man. And then obviously the band broke up. I think the drummer robbed an iPod in this party where we were all having a drink, and the drummer robbed the iPod. Not robbed it. So like, I'm gonna sell this now. It weren't like that. He just robbed it and was listening to it and kept it till the day after. And then like, I think the lead guitarist went, "Oh, we're not having a robber in the band." But these were both best mates. The lead guitarist and the drummer was best mate. And like, I was like, "Lads, we've just won Battle of the Bands. Let's carry on. You know, we've got a song out on LimeWire, How Long Is Love? How long is love? Well, I don't know. But it was a boss song, man. That's what the song was. And like, when we used to walk through like the parks as kids, everyone would be drinking, you know, on the weekend, and we were only teenagers, and all the girls would be singing it, and all the lads, and you know, because it was on LimeWire, and I was like, wow, man, this really is working. You know what I mean? That was the energy we got. It was boss, man.
What age were you when you met Franny?
Franny Conlon.
Yeah.
Franny Conlon was at my christening.
Wow.
So he's my.
So you've known him all your life.
Yeah, he's my godfather.
That wrote
Wildflowers
and that.
Franny Conlon's my godfather.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. And he gave us. Hey, here's a story for you. You know, they all had robbed chickens. You know, robbed turkeys. Franny and his mates.
Yeah.
So on me christening, he brought. Well, it was by Christmas. And when I was born, we all had a party at ours, and he brought us a robbed turkey. So it was like, it was boss, man. So yeah.
But in the play song, you sing a song called "Photo on the Wall."
Yeah.
And
Wildflowers.
That's one of the best pieces of musical theatre I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen thousands of plays, musicals. That is brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever thought of bringing that out?
You know, I did. I brought it out, didn't I? It's on YouTube as a single. That was before I was on X Factor. I brought Hypnotize as a single and Photo on the Wall. That's a single as well.
Right, okay. I didn't know that.
It's on YouTube. I mean, I could re-bring it out again if I ever, blew as an artist.
Think about it, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's another string to me bow, innit? It's like, it is theatre. It's theatre, and I love singing theatre.
It's fabulous.
That's where I'm
the
from.
best songs I've ever heard.
So, what sort of music now, and what sort of music? How did you get into writing your own songs? Was there a time in your life where you thought, I'm feeling this inside, and the way for me to get it out is to do this? Or
I was like, when I used to be asleep, and then I'd wake up with an idea in my head, just a cappella, and I got up and I wrote it the next day. It's called Hypnotize. This song what I brought out years ago, and then since then, that's how I do my songwriting. I get an idea a cappella, and I'll write the chorus down like an idea. Or now, I go on YouTube and get a YouTube beat, and I write to it. And my partner here, Sarah McNee, she's a writer, a born poet. She writes, and me and Sarah, over the becoming an actual writer, over the pandemic, we've done a thing called Poetry Challenge, and we'd write every night. We'd say a word to each other, and we'd have to write a poem about that word, and it could be about anything. So I started writing. That's when I started getting into writing properly. As a kid, I'd done little bits here and there, but bringing my first album out, I recorded my album in the lockdown. You weren't allowed to go nowhere, but I was going to the studio, man. I was buzzing with ideas, and then that's when I got me 9 demos, and I went to the real people. I said, look, I've got 9 demos here. Do you want to listen to them? They listened to it and said, wow, yeah, this is all right. This is still fancy. Maybe we could co-write as well and make an album. And I said, yeah, I'm game. I'm down for that. So we come together. We got in the studio. This is while I was coming out of the management deal, paying them off.
Yep.
And I was paying the studio as well. So I was going back to work now, singing in bars. And that's how I become an independent living artist. Singing around bars, going back to work, paying me dues, with the cards I've been dealt. And that's how I made my album, By the River. And that's how I become a writer, man. And that's indie soul. That's what genre. I mean, I know indie is a genre and soul is, but I'm indie soul, me. I'm indie soul and jazz, rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
Scout soul, yeah. Scout soul. Yeah.
Scout soul, yeah.
Scout soul, yeah. I love that. And then, so you were really successful. You sold out the Camp and Furnace when you did your album launch. What made you then go on to do your second album?
Well, I was already working on that from the first album. There's a song that's coming out, Make Me Love You. That's coming out on the 30th of September. It's getting advertised now on the socials. And that song got written in 2019 before my first album come out. I've got a song called Walls. That's on the second album, and a song called Make Me Love You. And the two big tracks on the second album, I've written them before I brought my first album out. It's kind of weird because he had loads of songs, and it's just the timing of the way things went. And when I was working with the Reillys, the demos, I never showed them the demos of Walls or Make Me Love You. I just showed what I was working on, like at the time. And we got in, and they were like, "Yeah, they're bangers. Then let's go and work." So we done 4 singles on the first debut album, By the River, and then we brung that out. And then we done The Camp and Furnace, which was the album launch. This was last year. We done the Bootle Festival. The Farm were on there. The Zootons, Mick Head and the Rubber Band, he was on there, and Cheap Thrills, they were also on there, and Hegarty. And we slaughtered our set, man. We smashed it. And then in November, we done the O2. We sold the O2 out in November, and that went off. We actually done a mixture of songs. I done 3 songs off my second album. We just done a mixture. We done 12 songs, the full album of By the River, my debut album. We done the full hit of that, and then we done 3 songs in between songs. We done Make Me Love You, No One, and flipping heck, Broken City Streets, and that was off the second album. We done that as an exclusive in the O2, and people loved it. You know, we just said, check this out. This is a song that's coming out on my second album, Street Songs. Here's Broken City Streets. And, you know, we just started with the music and everyone was feeling it. Just off the cuff. And, yeah, it was a good reception, man. That went really well, my last show at the O2. Sold out.
Do you know what I liked watching you do? Do you remember when you done that Soul Sessions in Bowles Street? It was just acoustic. Oh, yeah. And you done My Sherry and More. My Sherry and More, mate. Wow. Wow. I mean, if people need to listen to that, Helen. It's just him and an acoustic guitar, and it's fantastic. Oh, fantastic.
Do you play any other instruments, and
flipping heck, I can play the tambourine. Yes. I used to play guitar as a kid, just a few basic chords, but I don't know why. Because a fella used to come and teach me guitar lessons. He was a taxi driver when I was like 6, and then when I started going to high school, I was coming out to lessons to do the guitar, and I just never took it serious. I don't know what was wrong with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just never took it serious, and I was coming out of lessons to go in school to me to guitar lessons, but I don't know. I just carried on singing on the street corners and in pubs and stuff as a kid, and and doing talent shows. But that's all I've done really. But
so have you got a band then? Did you get a band together for these, or are you still a solo artist and you just use like sessional?
It's kind of a band, yeah. I'm doing. Obviously, I've got session players, but they are a band as well. I've called them the Cornermen. So Andy Russell and the Cornermen, but it's just Andy Russell.
Yeah.
You know, Andy Russell solo artist, but the band who are with. The brilliant, man. Brilliant band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Got lead guitarist, Connor. Dean rhythm guitar. Rob on the bass. Lewis on the keys. And we've got Shan Cole, who's a backing singer. Brilliant. And we've got Dan, who's on the percussion. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Amazing.
Yeah, you're going to do...
So Sandra's listening in. Sandra couldn't make it today, but she's listening in. And she says, sorry, I can't be there. Can Anthony sing one live? So she wants you to have a look. I think she's come in a bit later and hasn't heard you sing yet. And so we'll have a little chat, and then you can think of one that you want to just give us a little chorus of or something like that. If that's
yes, Dan, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you.
Okay. Go. Sorry, Des.
No, I was going to say he's got a record coming out on Monday. Make Me Love You. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, Des. Thank you, brother.
Okay. And then obviously you couldn't play it tonight, but Helen will, I'm sure, will put a link in on the post. Is that be all right, Helen?
Yeah. So what we've had a chat about is Anthony's already released one called Summer Child, which is on YouTube. So I'm going to share that one. So I'm going to share Summer Child, and then once it's been released and we tried to play it through the computer, you know, like with Anthony holding his phone, but it's just the quality. So then once it's released, we'll then share it. So how will people, or how can people listen to it, Ans?
It's going to be all major platforms, really. iTunes, Anthony Russell iTunes, Anthony Russell Apple Music, Anthony Russell Spotify, Anthony Russell Official on YouTube, Anthony Russell on Deezer, Heart Radio, just all major platforms, Anthony Russell Official, and you'll find it. Spotify is the main outlet though. Blue tick, verified user, Anthony Russell. Just search that. I've got 6,000 monthly listeners at the moment, which is great. Because at the start of the year, I uploaded, well, at the start of last year, my distribution company, 3-Tone, it was going well. I had something like 5,000 monthly listeners, but then they went bust. So at the start of the year, I had to upload all my music again, and I uploaded them all, and it just went down to like 400 monthly listeners, and I had to wait until I could promote my new music so I can get it back up to that standard. So I brought Summer Child out. Since Summer Child's come out, it's went back up to 6,000 monthly listeners just off one song. So I'm really excited, and I can't be more grateful. You know what I mean? It's like 6,000 people listening to me.
Sandra's found you on Apple Music, and Deborah Bowers is listening, and she says, "What's the Spotify again?" So I'm gonna. Is it Anthony Russell Official?
Yeah.
I'm gonna type it into Anthony Russell.
Yeah, Anthony Russell, blue tick on it.
Russell.
Should have a blue tick on my name.
Yeah, so everyone can have a little look, and I will share the I'll put the links on Success in the City so people can actually go to the links and then they'll be able to have a listen. But yeah, so that's good. So we've got a couple more minutes. So moving forward, what is the future like for Anthony Russell?
I've got another 3 singles coming out, which is Make Me Love You, a song called No One, and then the big song called Broken 6 Streets. Then the album.
Yeah.
We've got the album coming out late February. So we're going to do an album launch, obviously. We're just choosing what venues we're going to do. I'm waiting to hear back to see if I'm supporting Cheap Thrills on the Olympia. Could be doing that. Big Liverpool band from Walton. They'll be made really good. That's going to be sold out. That's 1,900 people. Know what I mean? They're brilliant kids as well. And then I could be I could be doing an album launch at Hangar 34. I could have a little album launch in London as well, and an album launch in Scotland. So I'm just really trying to branch out and trying to come back onto the scene with a bang with this album, Street Songs. I'm working on an EP at the moment with Daniel Grace, big producer in Liverpool, big artist in his own right, and we've got some big features coming on it. Big rappers, you know. It's a street EP, but it's a rap EP. So the rappers will rap on each song and I'll sing the chorus. So it's a featured album, like a featured EP. And we got artists, big artists on it, man. I can't say who's going to be on it, but it's a big surprise. I'm shooting a video in October with a big artist. I'll name one of them, K Koch from London. And K Koch is like an originator in this rap game in the UK, in the grime scene. If you go and look him up, K Koch, all the youth, they love him. He's got a video on there. You know, the rappers they do. Have you ever heard of Fire in the Boot with Charlie Slot?
No, I'm not. In all fairness, I'm not a big rap fan.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's dead popular with young people.
Yeah, all the big rappers, they do a Fire in the Boot. Charlie Slot gets them in on the BBC. And it's to do with the BBC. And he done one, K Koch done one, it's got like 24 million views on it. It's big, like. But this song that we're doing, this song that we're shooting, it's called Hear You Call. And it's going to be massive, man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
And you do one
you know what I mean? Yeah. It's big, man. And I'm really excited. I can't be more grateful. You know, I'm nearly 5 years sober now. I've got a good girl who's with me, who I love to bits, Sarah McNee. I've got a really healthy daughter who's inspiring to be great in life, and you know, Sarah's got me into her life with, and you know, I'm in their son's life, and you know, we're doing things, aren't we, in the theatre still? We've got the 20, you know, we've got the big anniversary for Wildflowers. That's going to be on.
That's next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
So we're doing big things, aren't we, Des?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got big collaborations. Second album coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be more happy.
Oh, brilliant!
Brilliant.
Up for your hands.
Thank you so much, Helen.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
I'll share everything. We'll get it all out there. Everybody will know Anthony Russell, but if they don't already know him, then they will know him. And please, just support our local people. You know, so our tagline is "Ordinary people doing extraordinary things to inspire others." And if we've got a young person or somebody watching who goes, you know, everything that Anthony's been through, and he's come out, you know, the other end, and he's doing so well, then you know, it's amazing, isn't it? And other people can say, you know. So Sandra says, what a positive story. It really, really is. And a positive role model for young people, you know, to say,
absolutely,
you know, these things can happen. We can have setbacks, but we've got our resilience and we go again. And I think you're coming back much stronger, you know, which is brilliant. Yeah, it's mega. So I'll share all the posts and we will share the album when the album's launched, and then when anything else is happening, we'll just keep on sharing it on our page. So everybody get over to Spotify and give him a follow and get his monthly listeners up to at least 20, 30,000 is what we want.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Thank you. That's where we deserve to be. Yeah. Thank you. That's where we want to be. Well in, Helen. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not finished yet.
Thank you.
So it's not finished yet. Okay, we've got a red face, something slightly embarrassing that's happened that people can laugh along with. I'm going to go first. So it's not so much a red face, but the most bizarre thing ever. So on Saturday, I was going out for the meal with the walkers, you know, to celebrate Hannah's birthday. I took the dog for a walk, come in, ironed my clothes to get changed, took my jeans off, ironed my clothes, put my clothes on, went downstairs, thought, oh, my house keys in the back pocket of my jeans. My jeans have disappeared out of the house.
Me?
I've no idea. I cannot find the pair of jeans that I took off in the house. I've had everywhere upside down and I can't find the jeans, which have got my house key in the pocket.
Do you know what?
Not a ghost vision.
Yeah,
I did
the
have
weirdest
one,
thing ever.
and I forgot what it is.
Do you believe in stuff like that? I do.
If I ever do the show again with Helen, that's me red face moment. And I forgot what it is.
Have you?
Yeah.
It'll come back to you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Gone out text, yeah. I forgot what it was.
That's all right. Anthony, have you got a slightly embarrassing story that people can laugh along with?
Flipping out. Flipping out. That's face.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You've got loads, but we can't say it on air.
Yeah. Sandra says, no, they haven't. They must be somewhere at the back of the chest of the drawers. They're not at the back of the chest of drawers. I've had every room upside down. I've even looked in the washing machine. I've looked everywhere. I cannot find this pair of jeans that I took off. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's just weird.
Wow.
It is strange, though.
It's probably because I was 15 minutes late because I was running around thinking, well, they got to be, yeah. And then, so I left it and I thought, right, okay, I'll go back the next day. Every day I've looked for these jeans and I can't find them.
Where were they? In your house?
In my house. Because I took them off, got changed. I took them off, had a shower, got changed. And then I was like, oh, it's just, imagine, yeah. It's so crazy. So Sandra says, imagine not having a red face. My life is a red face. And she can share one if she remembers any. She can post it and we'll tell everybody, because that's why most people listen in. Oh, my Uncle Ron says, blame Poppy. I can't even blame Poppy because she wasn't in the room. I know.
Check the
But
bed.
anyway, never mind.
Anyway.
Shout out to the grown-ups, any grown-ups who've done amazing things this week. I am going to give a massive shout out to our NHS, who are just fabulous, aren't they? You know, our nurses and our doctors in A&E and looking after everybody. I'm giving them a massive, massive shout out.
Good.
So there you go.
Good.
What about you, Des?
Well, I want to give Liam Moore a shout out for organising that day on Sunday.
Well done, Liam.
But I also want to give a mention to Ellie Murphy. I was at a wedding Saturday night. Ellie married Connor. I've never seen anyone look so happy in all my life. And I couldn't take my eyes off her because it just filled you with so much. It was a fusion of energy. I've never seen anyone look that happy. And I told her, you know, and she said, I've had a great day. You know, honestly, God,
that's Easter.
And you can't fake that, can you? You can't fake it.
No, not at all.
You know?
No.
And, but, yeah, I've never seen anyone so happy in all my life. Yeah.
Oh, massive shout out. Well done.
Right,
well done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look for this charger, for this iPad. Because I'm on super
right. We've only got a few more minutes. Have you got a shout out to any grown-ups and any
and well done, Des. Well done, man. That was lovely. And yours, Helen. I just want to shout out to all the ground workers. You know, we were going to work with. And the people from Wildflowers as well. You know, life's no joke. It's no joke, man. And reality is hard, isn't it, for every one of us? This day and age, reality is so hard for all of us because it's just mad out here, innit? You know, I just want to give a shout out to the people who I work with in work, and you know, seeing them just work for the families, and it's hard out here, man, innit? It's hard. The chaos, what's happening, and people like ourselves, you know, like yourselves, we're all holding it together to do well for our families, and I just want to give a shout out to everyone, really.
Shout out to everybody who's going and doing the amazing things. Are you reading anything or listening to a podcast at the moment? Des?
I've been watching. Yeah. Sorry.
Go on.
Yeah,
go on,
I'm actually I'm rereading a book at the minute by Dr. Rona Morrison. She was actually in a B&I up in Scotland. And she was a forensic psychiatrist. And her book's called I Don't Talk to Dead Bodies. Because everybody...
Oh, she was on your show in Southport, wasn't she?
With dead people, you know. And she was a guest on my show about 18 months ago. So I kind of speed readed the book before she come on. But now I'm going back and digesting it properly now. And it's dead interesting. And Lindsay, you'd love it. You'd love it.
Yeah, definitely. That's mega. Brilliant. What about you, Anthony? Are you reading anything or listening to anything at the moment?
You know, I've been watching Billy Moore on YouTube. You know, he's doing amazing things like with the city. What else have I been reading? What else have I been watching? Sorry.
You haven't got time, really, have you? Because you're too busy writing and recording all your music.
Yeah, I mean, it's loads, but it's time taking, isn't it? What do I like watching? Like I watch a lot of music documentaries and stuff. Like Rick James documentary. Stuff like that, Stevie Wonder stuff.
Amazing.
Just all stuff like that.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So I'm still listening to Lifespan, and it's why we age and why we don't have to, and it's like super scientific, and it's all about longevity. So what do we do now for us to be able to live longer and live well? Because that's my thing. So when I'm 100 and I'm skydiving, because I'm terrified of heights, but by 100 I won't care. So yeah, I'm going to skydive on my 100th birthday. So I'm getting myself ready. So when I'm 100, I'm going to be able to skydive.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm listening to. So there you go. Anyway, time has whizzed past. It's gone super, super fast. Massive thank you to Des for standing in for Sandra. And a massive thank you to Anthony. And we wish you all the massive, massive success that you deserve and that you've earned as well. We're going to hand it over to Anthony to close the show with. Do you have like a positive quote or a mantra or a little something that you say to yourself?
Yeah, just keep, the key in life, just keep going. Yeah. Just keep going in life.
100%.
And, whatever you're doing in life, whether it's, trying to become a doctor or trying to become a footballer or trying to get a job in anywhere, as soon as you stop trying, you're already a success by trying.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop trying, that's the failure. As long as you're trying, you're a success. So just keep going. You're already a success. Just keep trying.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. And no regrets. No regrets. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Anne, for giving your time. And we will see everybody next week.
Hello, see you.